First at 5, immigration advocates and community members coming together after 2 plane loads of undocumented migrants were dropped off on Martha's Vineyard. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis admitted to sending the 50 migrants, many of whom come from Venezuela, to the Vineyard on 2 private jets. DeSantis and Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott have been pushing back against the Biden administration and Democrat-led states busing migrants from border towns, that is, to communities like Washington, D.C., New York City, and now the Vineyard.
We have team coverage for you tonight. Brittany Schaefer is standing by with reaction from political leaders. But first, let's send it over to Adriana Rozas Rivera, who's live in Edgartown with more on what's happening there.
We're at St. Andrew's Parish here in Edgartown, where around 50 Venezuelan migrants allegedly arrived unannounced. But as you can see behind me, volunteers and local officials, they're not letting that surprise stop them from giving these people support. One of the Venezuelan refugees tells me he's been traveling for over a month, making his way to Edgartown, Massachusetts, after a woman approached him in Texas and offered him a flight. He is one of around 50 people Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says he sent here as part of a migrant relocation program. State Representative Dylan Fernandez says the community has rallied, handing out food, shoes, and even having Spanish-speaking immigration lawyers on hand.
And what is strong and courageous is this community coming together to support people in need. That's what this community is about.
The church is usually a shelter in the winter, but it is not equipped to handle around 50 people at a time. Volunteer Lisa Belcastro is overwhelmed by the community response.
And they truly care about everyone, strangers. And this is functioning because so many people love people they don't even know.
As for how the flight was organized and how it was paid for, Fernandez and Belcastro tell us it's still unclear.
I would love to know how 50 people arrived on this island unannounced, and so I would love to know that.
And volunteers also telling me they've asked all of the Venezuelans what their clothing and shoe sizes are, gathered up everything they could, and set up sort of a little free store where they can grab whatever items they need. As for what's next for these families, one of the migrants telling me he wants a job to bring his family here. Live on Martha's Vineyard, I'm Adriana Rozas Rivera, 12 News.
Adriana, thank you. Area representatives tell us state and island were given no notification.
And our team coverage continues now with 12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer. She joins us live in studio with how area elected officials are responding. Brittany?
Well, Mike, Shannon, Congressman Bill Keating says immigrants were promised resources and jobs, not knowing they were being sent to an isolated island with little housing. Venezuelan leaders calling the move morally repulsive. 50 Venezuelan immigrants arrived to Martha's Vineyard Wednesday unexpectedly.
Instructions as to where to go, and it took them to, they were told it was going to be a place where they could have housing and a job. They were lured here with all those promises. And the directions took them to an empty parking lot.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis confirms 2 planes with undocumented immigrants were sent to Massachusetts as part of his state's relocation program. Today, Governor Charlie Baker says the migrants will be given the resources they need and announced the state is looking into setting up a temporary shelter and humanitarian services for them. Area Representative Bill Keating tells us DeSantis chose the most difficult spot in the state to leave them, an island with little resources and housing.
We had a Republican governor from Florida and a governor here who is also Republican. It was like the tale of 2 governors.
Today, DeSantis emphasized Florida is not a sanctuary state, and he will help facilitate transporting immigrants to places like Massachusetts who are.
The minute even a small fraction of what those border towns deal with every day is brought to their front door, they all of a sudden go berserk, and they're so upset that this is happening.
DeSantis says immigrants are expensive for the state to fund social programs. Venezuelan leaders disputing that during a press conference in Florida today and say immigrants strengthen the economy.
Immigrants fill critical labor shortages to own almost 1 million businesses, generating more than $15 billion in business income, and create American jobs, pay more than $30 billion in state and federal taxes. This is a new law, even for this governor.
And back in Rhode Island, Governor Dan McKee would not say the state is a sanctuary, but says he's all in with the people who live here and helping everybody. I also reached out to Dorcas International in Rhode Island. They tell me they have not been contacted to help in Martha's Vineyard. Live in studio, I'm Brittany Schaefer, 12 News.